Happy New Year! And this is my first live streaming on YouTube, so welcome. I'm going to start episode 1 with the lessons that I've learned in 2019 and how you can best use your marketing skills and what I'm going to share with you here to make 2020 the best year for you and your business. Hello and welcome. My name's Leanne Peard if you've not watched any of my videos before, and I am very privileged to have won the award for the best social media marketing educator for 2019 for Australia and New Zealand. I do hope that you've got some big plans and goals set for your business and yourself personally this year, and that you've started to implement a social media strategy or video strategy that will show the world just how wonderful you are, create change, make magic, and make you some money. As I said, it's been a while since I've done a video, late 2019, and I wanted to share with you what to expect for 2020 and those 3 lessons that I've learnt. My business is no different from your business. The strategies that I implement are no different from your business. The only difference is our level of skill sets that are actually different and the niches that we look at. My niche is social media marketing, and I've been doing that for 13 years, and also training and coaching, and your niche and your business is whatever that is. So what is common though with all of our businesses is the fact that we are unique and we are awesome, and no matter what you or what your competitors do, nobody can copy you. They can copy your funnel, they could copy your strategy, they could copy your blog articles, had that happen to me too, but they cannot copy you. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is because by implementing a strategy for 2020 using video marketing will enable you to carry on that uniqueness and that awesomeness that you have, and nobody can copy. Nobody can stand in the way of you creating the business of your dream. So people can say, yes, I'm Leanne Peard, but they're not going to sit here and do all this stupid stuff that I do. They can't speak the way that I speak because I'm unique and you're unique. And if anyone does, hey, they're actually going to be a fraud, aren't they? Or an imposter. So anyway, with that being said, let's have a look at what I have learnt what I've learnt from 2019. And what I've learnt in past years moving forward into a new year. Each year I pick a special word, a word which is like a theme that it runs through everything that I do. And this year my word is, and I apologize if I do not pronounce it correctly, but it's Moyo Kut Ozen, which means she creates herself. And I thought that was absolutely relevant for me, because that's why I picked it, but also it could be something that you can use because you're about to learn how to create yourself in the world of video to showcase exactly what you do and how well you can do it. So let's have a look at these couple of lessons, shall we? So lesson number 1 is, as this is really, really slow and it's just jamming, it's always the way when you go live. So how do we make sure that you can actually be seen in the world, whether it's local or just in your local area? Well, and that people can find you. I'm going to say, well, again, well, that's going to be video. So before we go there, let's have a look at the 3 things that I've learned in 2019. The first one is you win some and you lose some. I've learned that even though I am extremely grateful and privileged from winning my award for 2019, I know for a fact that I've pissed off a lot of people in my local area by having this award. Now, as a human being, I'm extremely happy for everybody that does well. But in Australia, we have this thing called tall poppy syndrome, which means that when people start moving up and having success, many people try and pull them back down. So for me, I've had a lot of my competitors do really dirty, nasty things like reporting my content to Facebook and reporting my account to Google in order to try and shut me down, which is really, really sad for them because I have so much empathy for them because they're spending time and energy wasting on me and trying to pull me down instead of focusing on their own business and their own success. So I've learned that the downside of social media and also trying to help people has a downside where people will try and pull you and destroy your business. But good luck to you all. I know for a fact, using social media for as long as I have, that there are many, many ways to reach my clients, and Facebook is not the only one. So I'll leave you guys there to work what that is and to work out what you are actually struggling with, because this is a you problem, not a me problem. Okay, number 2, I've learned that you can still make a huge difference now with videos. So YouTube's been around forever. What is it, 10, 13, 14 years? Live streaming's been around for 3 years now, and you can still make a massive impact with video. And I don't mean just YouTube, which is fantastic, or just Facebook, but other channels as well. And you really don't understand the power of video and what it will do for your business until you actually start doing it. Last year, I started working with a new coaching client, and I encouraged her to do videos, which she has been, and she is the absolute bomb now, doing videos every day on Facebook, and the leads are flying in for her. She's getting over 100 people watching her videos every day. Doesn't sound a lot compared to YouTube. However, that's 100 more people that have access to her and her business that she didn't previously have before that. Number 3 is a personal lesson, and everything that I do and learn are personal, but this is one that I'm prepared to share with you. I've learned that no matter how many times you're thrown under the bus, no matter how many times you find yourself living with trauma, you will never ever be ready to experience that again. So what I mean by that is, if you've had a horrible thing happen to you in your life and then something horrible happens again, one would think that mentally, physically, and emotionally you would be prepared to actually deal with that. And my friends, I've learned that it doesn't happen, because each time that trauma comes around, you're never prepared for bad news or disaster, whether it be natural or somebody inflicting pain on you or your family. So you will never be prepared for that. But I've learned that what you can do is to look at the event and work out what lesson there is there for you, and that what skills you've learned from the previous time, how can you integrate those skills into your moment of trauma to actually get yourself through it a lot quicker. I've also learned that if you need to, you should definitely go and talk to somebody if you're experiencing that. But to make sure that that trauma doesn't leave a negative vibrational energy imprint on yourself and your body cells, because that's exactly what happens. We might get out of our mind, but vibrationally, the trauma will live in our cells, in our body. And what I did learn, which was quite outstanding for me, was that energy blueprint can be passed down for 3 generations. So I've learned that each and every one of us that have actually experienced trauma, we need to absolutely completely fix ourselves the best that we can, so we don't pass that on to our children and our children's children, because that is a little bit scary for me with being a grandmother of 2 beautiful girls. So moving forward and just ramping that up a little bit now, get the energy back into the house. How do you actually make sure clients find you in 2020 and it doesn't cost you an absolute fortune online? Well, like I said, my friends earlier, video is where you need to be. In particular, you should be looking at creating your video on YouTube and Facebook, and then we can go into other different platforms. But have a live streaming TV show. Claim your space. As scary as that might be, claim your space and own it and showcase the world how awesome you are. People will like or love you within 14 seconds of turning that video on. Some of you have already gone, and that doesn't matter because you're not the ones that need to hear this message, and some of you are still watching this. So people will like you based on what they feel straight away. And like I said, video will actually get you in front of 100, 200, maybe 300, maybe thousands of people that you didn't particularly have access to before. So your success sex. Your success in 2020 will be going live each week, sharing tools and tips that you have, creating a TV show, doing YouTube videos at least once a week, and having them optimized to be found on the front page of Google. So each week I will be going live. I am looking at using YouTube because YouTube has always been my best friend. But if you want to actually be notified when those videos are on, don't forget to subscribe, hit the little bell, and also in the link below is a personal link to get notified of when those videos will be going out. So first off, I want to say thank you so much for joining me on my first episode of YouTube Streaming Live, and I want to wish you a happy 2020. Go forth and conquer with your video, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.